I'm here with Net Insight, and you've got a lot of cool stuff here. So tell me what's new.
It's great to be back here again and meet all the people, and also be able to show a lot of the things we've done the last couple of years. It's within two areas, I would say. One is within the IP media that's been accelerated during the COVID. We are showcasing now the new things from Aperi with the IP media gateways. We're doing 100 gig IP workflows in the booth. We're showcasing the new ultra low latency with JPEG access, but also a lot of things in the cloud, our new Nimbra Edge platform.
Well, ultra low latency is on everybody's head, and the JPEG XS stuff is incredible, and you guys have been heavily involved in that. But speaking of the cloud, before all this COVID stuff happened, a lot of people weren't into it, and then they had to jump into it, and then they looked at the costs and went, "Oh my goodness, I got to go back out of it," and now they're kind of in between. So how do you fit with hybrid and things like that?
As you said, I think hybrid is very important today. People, as I said, had to move into cloud workflows, internet contribution workflows. We had to make things work very quickly. Some experience that it was perhaps not always as easy, and the cost could be quite high. We really believe in the hybrid approach, where you put your more 24/7 daily operations in more private data centers or servers, and you combine that with public cloud for spinning up events and more occasional use services. Our platform, called the Nimbra Edge, in essence what it does is create media network, distributed media network in the cloud infrastructure, and all your inputs coming from totally open. We support all the SRT or the RIST, the 60 standard, but can be also just normal RTP, RTMP streams in and out of the Nimbra Edge. And we just, in essence, just drag and drop the input flows out to wherever ports you want it to be. And what we're showcasing now is two different use cases. One being more for cloud production. We are integrated into the Grass Valley AMP systems. We're also showcasing on the floor live production, cloud production with Simple Live. In essence, taking feeds directly from Sweden, we use the Nimbra Edge to drag and drop them into the inputs into the Simple Live production flow. The ready production, the clean and dirty feed comes back into Nimbra Edge, where we can distribute them to any rights holders or playout systems. And there we see a big interest now, especially here in the US, with satellite replacement going on and the C-band being turned off. So it ties into a lot of those trends we see.
A great point about the C-band. Certainly, with the new 5G activity happening, a lot of C-band has been lost. So you were talking about SRT and RIST. Now, how does 2110 fit in this?
2110 is the other big thing that we are showcasing. I talked about the JPEG XS, which is part of that, you can say, today, and that ties into the TR07 that we are showcasing. I said we did both Aperi and the Nimbra. The Nimbra now is the full 100 gig IP workflow gateway machine. We're adding also a new thing that we call the IP Media Trust Boundary. It's really cool stuff from the period where they did this NAT firewall application that we extended into really being able to look at the individual RTP streams in and out. When you go in and out of the different IP domains, whether it's your stadium, you go into your wide area network. So here you traverse trust boundary. So you typically need to do the address translation, your firewalls, but also you want to control those streams so you do not overload your network or going back into the studio with a very you put a faulty encoder with 100 megabits or supposed to be 100 megabits, it's now 400 megabits, and it can destroy the studio network.
You were quick to get the Aperi stuff all integrated in. That's impressive.
It was, This is the first time I see the team, after 2 years, because we acquired the team just before COVID.
Right.
Brian was over, end of last year, first time in Sweden. We had to work remotely, but it's worked.
Well, you have it integrated in real well. So you've got some customers in there that have some pretty nice stuff running. Tell me a little bit about them.
Yes, especially around Aperi, we announced a quite big use case with the sound of previous RCN networks, and that's a quite big implementation together with Aperi, and also with some of our Nimbra gear as well. We just also announced around the Nimbra Edge and the cloud with StreamStation here in the US. Of course, we've done a lot in the Olympics. I think a lot of us has been involved now with 2 Olympics in 7 months. Been busy. It's going to be a busy year when it comes to sports.
Yeah, no doubt.
When you think about it, 2 years ago it was closed down, and now it's more busy than ever with
I think everybody's excited about this whole activity and where sports are. Well, great chat today. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Very nice to be here. Thanks, Dan.